Looking forward to the game on Sunday. St Johnstone, of course, and Rangers, the only two teams to have won a trophy this season. Do you think we're going to see a lot more intensity than we maybe saw Wednesday night?
Difficult to predict how the game's going to pan out. I'm hoping to see more intensity and more quality from our point of view. I think it goes without saying the team will look different. Our game plan will look different. And, it's a fresh game, but a game we're very much looking forward to. St Johnstone are a good team, organised, well drilled. And they're having a fantastic season themselves. So it's all to play for at the weekend, but a really exciting side that we're very much looking forward to.
Thank you.
Charles, go ahead.
Stephen, in some respects, was the game on Wednesday almost like the phony war before the real thing? I mean, Callum said before the game if there was one of the fixtures he would wanted to pick to win, it would be the cup tie.
Totally agree. It's the same from our point of view. I said that a few weeks ago, once the league was wrapped up, that our priority now becomes the Scottish Cup. You've obviously got to see all the league games out, and we want to try and remain unbeaten. So we tried to pick a team to win the game at the weekend. We obviously never seen the closing moments out in the right way, and we were punished. But it was a fair result all in all. But we are glad that game's out the way. We've come through with no injuries or any scares, and we're in a good place now going into the weekend. And I want the performance to look very much different. The team will look different because I made a lot of changes in midweek, and I made substitutions on the back of what that game needed, with one eye on this weekend. So we're excited and in a good place going into this.
Joe, go ahead, please.
Stephen, you said you'd be the proudest man in the country when you lift the league trophy next month. Have you let yourself imagine lifting the league and cup double yet?
Yeah, I haven't really given it too much of a thought. It's the priority to try and achieve that. But from a personal point of view, in terms of lifting it from a personal point of view, I haven't given it much thought. There's too many big games and important obstacles to try and get over first and foremost. We want to show St Johnstone big respect. They've already won a cup themselves, finished in the top 6. Really well organised team. So first things first is to try and get over the first hurdle, and that'll be St Johnstone, which will be tough. But if we play close to our best, like we did in the last performance at Ibrox against Celtic, we should have enough to get the job done. And then that's a big step, because then you get the chance to go to Hampden, which will make everyone very excited. But it's my job to just treat every game as it comes, and the next one's St Johnstone.
Hey, Gabriel, go ahead, please.
Stephen, you obviously made changes midweek, and you'll say you'll change it again going into the weekend. But one player that did impress was Scott Wright midweek. How impressed with you have you been with him, not just on Wednesday, but since he's come in, really?
Yeah, I answered a similar question after the game. Scott's done everything he's been asked to do, whether that be in the gym, whether it be to do with his diet, whether it to be on the training pitch, and certainly in games in terms of taking information on board. He's been the model professional. I think he showed real good impact from the bench so far. One of the games he started at Cove, I thought, I think he might have even got man of the match in the game. It was a strong performance. And again, the other night in flashes, he showed the reason why we've tried to bring him in here. He's exciting, he's quick, he can create, he can score. And he's one that is a work in progress, but very excited to have him here. And he's certainly pushing for a starting place at the weekend.
Andrew, go ahead, please.
Hi, Stephen. When we were speaking to James earlier, he was having a joke that he might quite like to play up front to try and help any potential dilemma between him and Nathan. But just on him, how much of a boost is it having him back in the running?
Yeah, it's a big boost. I think you can tell by his smile and the way he is around the training pitch today. He's a little bit stiff and tired from the game. It's his first hour for many weeks. But he's come through with no issues in terms of the injury, which is the biggest boost I needed. He'll obviously play at the weekend again because Nathan's obviously not available now. So, look, we're all delighted to have him back. It was a tough injury for him, but I don't think he can complain because I think it's the first one he's had. So, he's big for us. His contribution this season has been mega, and he's got a massive part to play from now till the end of the season, and it's great to have him back.
Raman.
Hi, Stephen.
Hello.
Stephen, obviously the club was unsuccessful with their appeal yesterday. I just wanted to get your personal take on that, and as a supplementary, what impact or negative impact do you think this could have on someone like Nathan Patterson when you're thinking about the Euros?
Look, we found the outcome out yesterday morning. obviously not too happy about it. I think I said last week, frustrated and disappointed that all the players are going to receive a ban. It's not just about Nathan. They're all as important as each other. So for me, obviously going to be frustrated and disappointed they're not available in the next 4 games. But it is what it is. We accept it. We put a statement out that I back very much in terms of the club, and we move forward.
And Andy Newport to finish.
Hi Stephen, could you just check team news and also just ask in terms of James, was there ever a point where you feel that he might not be back? You know, obviously he's been through so much at the club. All the fans are waiting to see him sort of lift that trophy against Aberdeen. Was there ever a fear that you thought with this injury sort of lingering on that he might not be back in time to play that day, and obviously the day you get the trophy in the 15th?
To be honest with you, when we found out the extent of the injury, I don't think the Aberdeen game was ever in doubt. We've been really patient, and the medical team have done a real good job with James. We had a couple of little setbacks within the rehab that we needed to just come off him slightly, but when he got this injury, it was never going to put him in doubt for the back end games. We could have pushed James a little bit quicker, if you like, to have him available for the Old Firm, but because the league was already done and dusted, there was no need. We could come off him and be really patient and give him the time that he needed. So he's more than ready. The injury's fine. He's come through 60 minutes with no problems. He's been back in full training now for 5-6 days. And he'll just get stronger and stronger now from now till the end of the season. But if he weren't available, he'd obviously still go up and still lift the trophy. You know, the reason we are champions, James has played such a massive part of that in terms of his numbers and his contribution. So it would have only been fair, whether he was available or not, that he's the man to go up and lift him.